I'm Steve Cardick and we're at Hycrome Europe, which is part of the SCORE group. The ASCE 2 process in Hycrome was deployed around the wet treatment processes by selecting 7 key foundation processes to clearly deliver project management and charters and deliver improvements over an 18-month period. That process has been integrated into the business through what is known as the business spine. Hence, it will continue to develop and grow and drive this business towards the world-class journey.
As part of our AGM and a review of the ASCE 1 process for lessons learned, it highlighted areas that we need to look at for improvement. We needed to do some business process re-engineering and also resource management. We used the RACE performance leadership process to identify roles and responsibilities. This is where we do appraisals and assign personal objectives. The key to delivering all our objectives was project management, and we use the RAG system, red, amber, green system, for everything that we do, and we keep it electronic. And we also have an electronic version of management review, which we do SQCDP. We do project management on a daily, weekly and monthly basis, and everything's displayed at different levels throughout the business. In this office as being the war room and also down on the shop floor at local levels. Everything's project managed through the management review as the key process. This was a good foundation for us to look at the launch of ASCE 2.
One of the key foundation processes that we looked at in part of the ASCE 2 programme was energy management. We had a good understanding of how much energy we used, but not necessarily where it was being used. We did an audit and we found out that one of the key pieces of equipment that used a lot of gas was the steam generating boiler. By engaging with the Carbon Trust and other external experts, we found that we could reduce the capacity of the steam generating boiler such that it would save us about 25% a year on our gas costs. We also looked at the heaters that are used to heat the factory, and by employing another external agency, we looked at the building management system. We could control the temperature of the heating accordingly, depending upon the outside weather conditions. We did an audit of all the electric motors that were on the site. We found that the 2 motors that used the most electricity, unsurprisingly, were the compressors. When we engaged with a company to come in and measure how much electricity was being used on a 7-day period, we found various opportunities within that time where we could reduce the usage of the compressors or even turn them off altogether, thus saving us money on our annual expenditure on electricity. We also found, interestingly, that there was quite a high leakage rate within the factory, about 15%, so we fixed those. As part of the energy management process, we've learned quite a few lessons, and those have come invaluable when doing the new extension. We've put in new plastic airline pipes that won't corrode and hopefully won't create leak paths in the future. For lighting, we've got roof lights which bring in lots of natural light, and on the electric lights we've got movement sensors which will reduce energy costs also. ASCE 2 has given us great benefit over the last 3 to 4 years, and now it's firmly embedded within the company culture. We're going to be continuing this process as we drive further changes within the business.